All right, what's going on, guys? This is Brian F here, and if you guys don't know, if you haven't heard, there has been a leak of a possibly incomplete list of Street Fighter V AE Season 3 patch notes. The official Capcom Street Fighter V website posted an incomplete version of these patch notes, or what they claim to be incomplete, quickly removed them from the internet, but people have dug them up. They're all in Japanese, so these are community translated. Capcom claims they are incomplete. Whether or not they are will remain to be seen. They do seem a little bit short and don't provide much detail to some of the changes. So with that said, I'm going to be going over what has been revealed for Balrog in Season 3. Balrog has had a pretty good season, terrorizing everybody in gold rank, and his reign of terror may have come to an end here. He still seems to be a very strong character, but there are a number of changes, whole laundry list here, and none of them very fun. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first change, we can see Dirty Bomber, his forward throw. Damage has been increased to 130 from 110. Stun has been increased as well. Circumstances after landing this throw have changed. So we're kind of piecing together what we know from the AE build that was at PlayStation Experience. Most forward throws, or pretty much all of them, have been reported to leave you much further away from the opponent after landing it. This is to prevent you from being able to throw loop people in the corner. So it seems with not just Balrog, but with a few other characters, that the damage and stun has increased for the reward for getting a throw, but you will no longer be able to dash up or walk up and be point blank range and be able to land another throw or frame trap right after. So throw loops are supposedly out the window, and that seems to be the reasoning behind giving these increased rewards for landing an individual throw. Here's another strange change that has come out. Standing medium punch can now hit opponents behind Balrog. So I don't know if this is like a translation issue or something that is not really fully explained. There's a number of these changes for other characters as well, where certain anti-air normals seem to have this property where it says it can now hit behind them. Some people were suggesting that this implies that it will stop cross-ups easier. I kind of believe that this might be a change for certain buttons to allow you to hit opponents who command dash through you or cross through your body on later active frames. For instance, if Ibuki command dashes through you, or Bison is a V-trigger dash, if you already activated your standing medium punch in one direction, the later active frames may clip them behind you while you are facing in the wrong direction. I could be wrong, and this could just be a pure buff to the anti-air, which in that case would make it a lot stronger for matchups versus characters like Abigail and Birdie. If you go for a throw in the corner and they attempt to jump over you, those shallow jump arcs and really good cross-up normals would often beat standing medium punch, but this kind of a buff might allow the standing medium punch anti-air to hit behind his head and catch people trying to jump out of the corner with cross-ups. Standing heavy punch also received a nerf. It's 12 frame startup instead of 11 frames now. This is a nerf, but it's kind of a minor one. Standing heavy punch is a very strong horizontal space control move, which also crush countered, and in certain matchups it really shut down the opponent's options. So yeah, it's a nerf. It's not a big one. I don't really see anyone complaining about this. I didn't see anyone advocating for this nerf either. So it's just another adjustment to Balrog to make him less able to easily and safely control large amounts of horizontal space. Now, standing heavy kick, this is a huge nerf. This was seen in the PlayStation Experience build as well. Standing heavy kick now sends the opponent flying further away when landed as a crush counter. What is not written here in this text is, at the PlayStation Experience build, after landing a crush counter heavy kick, you are no longer in range to walk up crouching fierce, which means his access to his max damage conversion for random crush counters and for punishing a blocked reversal is gone. You'll no longer be able to standing heavy kick, walk up crouching fierce into the heavy kick upper, into whatever combo you want. Now, what you are still able to do after this crush counter is still up in the air. We're gonna have to wait to see what you really can do. I heard reports from PlayStation Experience that you are able to dash up standing medium kick into his target combo only. You are too far away to link standing medium kick into jab. And I also heard that you could only get a jab after. So this just means that from crush counter heavy kick, you're going to be getting a lot less reward. It's also very strange that this means that when you block a armored reversal, you will now have access to more damage than when blocking an invincible EX reversal. Your non-crush counter punish is now much more powerful than your crush counter punish. If you block Laura EX elbow, you can crushing fierce to upper and get the full combo conversion. But if you're in the corner and you block Ryu's EXDP, you won't be able to get a max damage conversion. Crouching heavy punch is its other crush counter normal, which mid-screen allows you very similar juggles. You can crouching heavy punch, crush counter launch into the heavy kick upper and get the same juggles, but none of those combos work in the corner. So maybe in the corner there's going to be less pushback on the heavy kick so you can still walk up and crouching fierce. Maybe not. It also has 22 frames of recovery instead of 19, so this just makes it more risky to throw out in neutral, which makes sense. People were complaining about random crush counters occurring in neutral, and so on top of reducing the reward from it, they also made it riskier to use as a footsie tool. His crouching heavy punch also received a change. Hurtbox has been changed, adjusted the move's collision box during movement, probably to prevent pushback on counter hit. Once again, not really sure what this change is going to mean. It's an anti-air. I hope they encourage this move to still be a strong anti-air. We don't really know what this change implies. His jumping heavy punch hurtbox has been changed. That's a little weird because jumping heavy punch was a very horizontal jump move and it wasn't used very often. So I'm not really sure what this hurtbox change means. Possibly what I would suspect is they made it so that his lower hurtbox might have been reduced to make it more similar to jump moves like Alex heavy kick or Birdie jump heavy kick, since it sort of has that horizontal legs up approach like those other jumps, but really don't know. We need more information about it. His jumping heavy kick has been nerfed as well. It now has 9 frame startup instead of 8. Minor nerf. I really don't think this will be too much of an issue. Another big change is his crouching medium kick target combo is -7 on block from -6. That's not a very big change. It was always punishable on block, and it wasn't something you were supposed to throw out unless you knew it was going to convert safely. But the recovery when V-trigger canceled has been changed. At the PlayStation Experience builds, people were reporting crouching medium kick target combo on blocked V-trigger canceled is either -2 or -1. So that is a big change. It means that when you have V-trigger, you can't just fish for the target combo and on hit do 1,000,000 damage, and on block have a free turn to apply pressure. You now have to think about your V-trigger activations, and if you go for a Hail Mary crouching medium kick activation to V-trigger, you're going to actually lose your turn and have to hold the next mix-up. Fair change, all things considered. You're just going to have to be more careful about when you try to pop V-trigger. And now we come to the largest section of nerfs for Balrog. Not much fun to see here, maybe for people who aren't a fan of the character. His turnaround punch has received a significant number of nerfs. One of the most notable ones is he is no longer throw invincible on tap until level 7. Level 7 doesn't occur until 32 seconds of charge. Previously, all versions of tap were throw invincible on frames 1 through 18. It made it a really strong tool to avoid command grabs on wake up as a reversal, and you could do lots of resets after V-skill P to bait people teching throws. That's gone. No longer useful for that. Previous versions of tap, level 1 through 3, were throw invincible on frame 1, and also upper body invincible on frame 3. So now it seems that levels 1 through 3 offer no invincibility, and they are now all -2. So it doesn't matter how long you charge tap for, you lose the invincibility on levels 1 through 3, and you're always -2, and on hits you are only +2 on level 3. So this means you can also no longer combo standing light kick from a level 3 tap. Level 4 tap is where in the previous season of Balrog you would receive full body invincibility on frame 3. That has been reduced to only upper body. So if you want to be able to avoid things like jump-ins or certain upper body attacks, you will have to have level 4 tap stored, which I believe is around 12 seconds of charge. It also gains projectile invincibility, which is implying to me that it's not projectile invincible at all for level 3 and below. Still -2, all taps are -2 on block now, and we see the damage has been reduced. This is where the damage nerfs start to kick in. Level 7 is when throw invincibility returns to the tap, but it's only on frame 3 through 18 according to this source, where previously it was on frame 1, which means meaty throws will still beat level 7 tap, but you will be able to escape some throws, and you only have upper body invincibility, no full body invincibility. And that continues on and on. The only one that seems sort of untouched is turn punch level 10. There's no mention of any of the invincibility properties, so that would imply to me that it's fully invincible on frames 1 through 18, just like it is now, but it went from 500 to 350 damage. It's also listed here that Buffalo Swing and Buffalo Pressure has been nerfed in terms of building V-meter. That is his V-skill plus P and V-skill plus K ender, the hook and the overhead. So this means that he's not going to be able to build V-bar as fast as he is currently able to now. But it also lists here that Hard Smasher / Hard Pressure, this is the medium kick, medium punch to V-skill target combo. These moves now raise your V-gauge is what it says, which is a little confusing considering these ended in your V-skill, which already built V-bar. So I'm not sure if this means the part where you cancel medium kick to medium punch is now going to build V-meter, if this means the target combo as a whole builds more meter, or if the V-skill P and V-skill K don't build V-meter at all outside of the target combo. Either way, it seems they're adjusting how you're able to access V-meter build. It's a lot easier to just combo into a V-skill P or V-skill K from a random EX dash punch than it is to land the actual target combo. All in all, lots of nerfs coming to Balrog in Season 3. He's probably still going to be a very strong character considering a lot of the universal changes and the overall direction of the meta based on these leaked patch notes, but it seems he's going to have a lot more issues dealing with his bad matchups, which are grapplers, and he's going to have to think a little bit more carefully about when he chooses to activate V-trigger, when he chooses to use his crush counter normals, and there might be a significant change in the way he plays due to the lack of access to easy damage. No more standing heavy kick to crouching fierce conversions. So we'll have to see what happens when the final patch notes come out. I will be going over the official patch notes when they release to make sure there's nothing inconsistent with what was leaked here. And once again, guys, everything here is leaked from the Capcom website, translated by the community, so make sure to take this all with a grain of salt. Nothing here is official or final. It may totally change come a few weeks from now when AE finally drops and Season 3 is released. That said, I want to say thank you to watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.